guys, it's me, and I'm prepping for the Whole30 with my little sister, and we're gonna show you how to make ghee. Yay! Hey, this is my sister. Don't we look alike? Everybody says that. Real life, see the stuff in the background? It happens. Alright guys, so we're gonna start with 4 pounds of butter. No, it is not organic or all that cool stuff, but surely what we're doing is gotta make it better. Of course, it's, we don't really know where it came from. It may or may not have hormones treated in the cows that it came from. But we are trying to make better choices, and this is a step in the right direction. Whether or not you use organic butter or not, the steps are going to be the same. We're using unsalted. Salted's going to be okay too. You can use as much or little butter as you like, but I'll tell you, I made 4 pounds the other day, and I went through almost a quarter of it in one day. Not entirely, maybe about an eighth, but I'm super excited. So we decided to make up a bunch. We're using a bigger pot than I did when I made my 4 pounds, and this butter is not frozen, so it should go a lot faster. So we're gonna get it going, and once it starts to melt, we'll show you the next step. Here is the butter. It is starting to melt. What you maybe can't see, because there's still a lot of sticks in here, is that the protein, the white part, if you've ever kind of watched a smaller pat of butter melt, is going to the bottom, and it separates itself pretty naturally, and we're gonna melt that away, and we're gonna be left with just the fatty part, and that's the ghee. So right now you can see it's still kind of cloudy. Later it's gonna be really clear. Here goes the ghee. Bubbling and boiling is good. We have this on medium-low because we did have so much, and it is so late at night when we're making this video. So what the bubbling and boiling is doing is helping to get rid of the water that's in there, and that is actually eventually going to stop. When the water leaves, then the boiling will stop, and then we will get to see a little bit more of what's going on. So we'll come back to this soon. See how our ghee is bubbling so nicely? All of that, it's just settled down now. This will continue to just simmer on its own without changing the heat. Remember, we're working on medium-low just for time's sake, but you could do it on low. The froth, we'll be able to separate that later, but really once the bubbles start to go away, then you're getting closer to it being done. So it takes a while. It's not difficult, but it is time consuming. So there goes the ghee. See you in a little bit. Okay guys, I want to show you this ghee. It's got this little frothy top. That is also part of the milk protein, but you can see now it's not boiling anymore. And there's a couple little bubbles, but I have not moved the heat up or down. It stayed the same, and it just kind of self-regulates. But we're going to move this back. You can see all that bright, beautiful yellow stuff? That's the ghee. It is still boiling. It is still getting some water out. Well, what you see is at the bottom, well, it might just all look like bubbles to you right now, but the milk protein has sunk down there, but it is not yet turning a golden brown. When that starts to turn a golden brown on the bottom, that's when we know that the ghee is done. We can burn this. It will get a different kind of taste. Some people may like it darker than others, but we're going to go ahead and cook this until those milk proteins on the bottom are a light brown. And as the top is reflecting, that's probably going to happen fairly soon. So we're just going to keep our eye on this, and we'll be back. Okay guys, see how it's brown down there now? That means that we are ready to start filtering the protein out and just getting the ghee. So we're going to turn this off, and we're going to get moving. Okay, so we are going to pour the ghee slowly and hopefully carefully so as not to embarrass myself, and more importantly waste the ghee into the coffee filters over the plasticware. Oh, there it goes. I knew that was going to happen. I'll start over here. A little bit. It's very slow because the coffee filters aren't very high. Ah. Ooh, careful. I'm trying. Let's fix this one. Okay. Ah. I didn't use this big pot yesterday. We might want to put this in a different thing to pour it. Okay, So we're moving it from the bigger pot to the smaller pot with a lip, and as you can see in here, all that milk protein that sank to the bottom, it's turned brown, and most of it's sticking in there, but if you look in the smaller pot, you can see that there are still small pieces, and that's why we use the coffee filters or triple layer cheesecloth to filter the milk protein from the ghee. So let's try this again. Much better. I have changed the coffee filters when I did this before. If they get too full and you find that your ghee is moving very slowly, you can really carefully squeeze the ghee out, leaving the protein in, and then just put a new filter on. I've got rubber bands or a hair tie, whatever you have to hold them on there. And that's really it. That's how we're going to make the ghee. So after this is all through and filtered, then it will solidify by itself. And I kept mine that I made yesterday just up here in the cabinet. I didn't refrigerate it. It's not necessary, just like this bacon grease in here. You could refrigerate it. It's not going to hurt it, but you don't have to. It keeps it a little easier to get out. So I hope you guys enjoy some ghee, and maybe you can try the Whole30. Whole30. It's 2 in the morning now, okay? So like, subscribe if you want to see how it goes on our Whole30, and I really hope that you found this helpful. Thanks for watching.